What's up, guys? It's your boy Jay Mecca here, back with our finals thoughts about the mill deck. We went 2-2. I feel like playing a fifth game with this deck. The first game I won was like very fraudulent. I think my opponent milled a three. The second game we won was a really weird, if you can call it a mill mirror. It was kind of strange. Yeah, I got run over by like the Hymn to Torak decks. That's for sure. Hymn to Torak is a heck of a card. Things I liked about the deck, I think like the traumatized brain freeze kind of deal. The brain freeze combo esque thing was really good. Um, traumatized is I think it's good. I think it's actually a good card. When it's like supported by other things like brain freeze. I think you could play a game where I could just play all instants and then like kind of brain freeze in a turn. So I'm just gonna like change some things right now as you can see it. I didn't like remove soul at all actually. I think I was like way too reactive. I did like dissolve. I should probably play as a 4 of. One card I did want to try was Unsubstantiate, like kind of is never dead. It's like it either like half kills a creature or bounces a creature or bounces a spell. Either way, it's like kind of like a kind of counter spell. Memory Lapse could also be in this kind of slot. Pieces was okay, but I think I want to play Peer Through Depths. I think I like the instant speed stuff better. And there was that one time I got whiffed. Whipped real hard. Although it does help Treasure Cruise a little better. I did like Cruise. I like 2 was enough for me, I think. Sideboard, I didn't get to use like Displacement Wave. I didn't play a lot of aggro decks, but I'm sure it's good. Element Performance, I probably should have brought it in the last matchup. But it's actually pretty good after you milled them a bunch. Just to Telement them out. If you think you've milled enough creatures, maybe you can just like kind of get them with a lot. It's very risky though. Imprisoned Moon was really good. That actually be main deckable. Unsummon was fine. Rushing River, I didn't play like orbs or anything. Negates were good, obviously. Whelming Wave was good. The Frantic Surge Brain Freeze kind of combo was pretty good. The deck was just like okay. Tome Scour I think was fine too. It's a good just like pseudo bolt. I guess a blue bolt for their graveyard. More like no, I wouldn't say a bolt. A bolt gets like what I think. A bolt is not like math. What's divided by 20? Like I can't think of the percentage off the top of my head. I will. No. I'll look it up. Um like 15%? Okay. Whatever. Versus that makes sense. 15% versus like the 5 divided by like 9%. Yeah, it's like a bad. It's like a shock. It's like a half shock or something. It's like a weird like 1.5. It's like half the power of a bolt, really. Anyways, I thought it was fine because it's good. You want cheap spells to kind of combo when you're trying to brain freeze people out. So that was good. Is Mill okay? So I guess the question I'm trying to ask is Mill actually good in this format? The answer is maybe. I don't know if I have the correct build here. I think what I was doing was fine. I think a lot of what you want to do is kind of just like stall for time, try to resolve the traumatize, and then after that try to resolve a big brain freeze by like some sort of like using the spells that they cast as storm counters or just like trying to cast their own things. The problem is that we don't have like a lot of mana for brain freeze, so it's more of like a turn like 7 or 8 when you have like let's say you just hit every land drop and you have like 7 or 8 lands in play. That's when brain freeze is pretty good because you get to play a lot of spells at once, all instant speed. And if you already traumatized them before, then you only need about like let's say you need to hit like 20 cards. You only need a storm of about like 6 or 7 to kind of just like finish them off. And especially if like some of your spells, like when you're casting Dream Twists or Tome Scours, are already gonna mill them incidentally, then you don't really need a high enough storm count. So yeah, you could I theoretically I milled a lot of people or enough people. Like you could do it. It's actually like somewhat reasonable, but you can't do it quickly. You have to do it like strategically, and that's where the deck is, and that's where I think the deck should be. So yeah, thanks for watching. I know this is not probably the most competitive deck you're looking at, but it is a fun idea to explore. And I think that's the thing about this format is that you get to explore whatever you want. You shouldn't be afraid of just like trying an idea out because this creature just dies to whatever removal spell, or this can't be good because it'll just get run over by the aggro deck or whatever. Just try it. And that's the beauty of brewing. You just get to try things. And if you love it enough, you can keep working on it. Like I said with this deck, I had like crazy iterations of this deck. I had like everything was here. I didn't have at one point I have a card that was above like 4 casting costs. I had a bunch of like Mind Sculpts and Memory Sluices and creatures. I actually had like Minister Inquiries and like Manic Scribes and like Ambassador Laquidus. I had like this like super hyper fast mill deck, and I was like, I am not doing it fast enough. So I went to the control route when I realized Traumatize was legal, and I just tried to do that route, and I thought it worked out better. So the end goal is like how you want to kill someone, but the journey is the fun part. Figuring out how to do it is the fun part, and if you love your deck enough, then you'll figure it out. I somewhat like Mill, and I just thought it was a good like thought experiment, and this is what we came up with. So you want to try it out, try it out, but just be ready. But thanks for watching, guys. Take care.